Qualifiers. Welcome everyone to Coliseo Antonio Azurmendi for another matchup in round one that features Colombia taking on the home team Chile. It's been a while and it's been 9 months since we've had our last qualifying window, so let's get you caught up on everything that is Group A. Obviously Venezuela, Argentina, Chile, and Colombia in that group. As you saw right now, the head-to-head matchup between Chile and Colombia, 2 wins and 2 losses apiece, and the starting lineups now being announced for both sides, starting with the visiting Colombia, who has grown into a competitive team and will bring their top players, Jaime Echenique, Juan Tello, and Andres Ibargüen, for this window. However, they face a tough task as visitors against Chile, who looked strong in February, and Argentina, a team eager to resolve lingering doubts.
Recibimos a la selección nacional de Chile.
And over for Chile now, the home team. Chile delivered one of February's biggest surprises, defeating none other than Argentina, who might be the toughest challenge in this group. Now they will play at home against Colombia and Venezuela, on paper, who are easier opponents than the Argentinians. This gives them a solid chance to secure wins and move into a favorable position for one of the group's 3 qualifying spots. And obviously, for Chile, you got Suarez, who really showed his presence in the previous window, leading Chile in scoring and ranking second in rebounds. And for Colombia, they have their notable players, but Ibargüen plays a key role with his energy and consistency under the boards, whether as a starter or off the bench. And now we'll listen to the national anthem, starting with the visiting Colombia.
Muchas gracias.
And now for Chile's national anthem, the home team.
Permanezcamos de pie para entonar el himno nacional de Chile.
If they're
Muchas gracias. Jueces para este compromiso.
So now as we're getting ready for this matchup, you got our three refs, Grant Alexander, Tony from the United States of America, Fernando Leite from Brazil, and Samuel Hidalgo from the Dominican Republic, all representing here for the AmeriCup qualifiers in Chile. So like I was mentioning earlier, key player to focus on for Colombia, obviously amongst all of their fantastic players, Ibargüen, who has really played a key role, whether he's starting or coming off the bench. He's been impressive with Boca Juniors in Argentina, the team there, averaging 8.5 points and 4.4 rebounds in 19 minutes per game. So he's one of our players to watch for in this one. Obviously, we were just talking about Colombia there. And Ibargüen, like I said, will be coming off the bench. Echenique will be starting at that center position. So Ibargüen will be the backup center. Echenique getting the start, his third start in the FIBA AmeriCup so far. And there is Colombia's head coach, Tomas Diaz, who replaces Guillermo Moreno as the former lead assistant. Diaz knows the process of this team and the players well. And for Chile, obviously I was talking about Manuel Suarez a little bit earlier. He leads them in scoring, second in rebounds with 2 games coming up. He's expected to be a key player again. He's maintained strong performances in the South American League with Nacional of Uruguay, 15.3 points, 5.3 rebounds. In Chile's local league, 16.8 points, 7.5 rebounds. There he is, big number 44 is getting the start. So picked a couple of centers for everyone to keep a watch on. Those are our players to watch here in day number 3 of window number 2. So here's head coach Juan Cordoba.
Diego va con Michael Jackson, va con Tello y va con Echenique. Number 3.
So Cordoba obviously drawing up a play there to start off this game. He's been the head coach there since 2023, now going into his second year at the helm. Countdown to tip-off presented by Tissot. Under a minute left to go here. Chile, in their last time out, barely inched out a win against Argentina, 79-77. Argentina actually trailed by 20 at one point in time and was able to make a comeback and tie that game up in the latter end of the 4th quarter before Chile ended up with the win. And on the other side, Colombia just pulled off a victory at home versus Venezuela, 67-64. Both of these teams coming off narrow wins in window number 1 of the AmeriCup qualifiers. Let's see what they have in window number 2 that now starts in Coliseo Antonio Azurmendi in Valdivia, Chile. Pretty packed crowd. The energy is usually pretty electric in here, especially when their home team is playing. That'll give a big home court advantage to the Chile players on the floor. As we're getting set for tip-off. Here for the AmeriCup 2025 qualifiers. And the ball is live, and we are ready to go. Hello, everyone. Let's have some fun. Chile, the home team, against Colombia. It's Group A action of window number 2. here in the AmeriCup qualifiers. Colombia with the first possession. On the outside now, a little bit of a dance. And the mid-range jumper put up, no good. And a rebound by Tello's just going to turn around, pump it up, and it falls in for the first points of the game. So Juan Tello, who currently plays in Korea, Changwon LG Sakers is the team he plays for, the Spanish forward and center. And on the other side, our first foul of the game. Take a look at the replay here. So that was Carvacho, the 27-year-old going in. Carvacho in his 6th season playing for the Chilean national team. Got hit hard. So one thing Chile's going to do here is they start actually 2 centers. It's not like one plays a 4, one plays a 5. No, it's 2 basically can play the center position. Nicolas Carvacho and Manny Suarez both at 208 centimeters, aka 6'11". And that's one thing Chile's got to do in this game. As Carvacho sinks a pair, Chile's got to use their size to their advantage. Play inside out, get those points in the paint that they're so accustomed to getting. They got to get back in transition for stops, and they need points off of their bench. Colombia slicing and dicing for the point. So Tello with 2 quick buckets. Colombia back with a 2-point lead. Colombia, on the other hand, has got to create some turnovers and get some steals. They're good when they play fast, and they are great at getting points off of fast breaks. And they definitely need to shoot the 3 better in this one. Coming into this game, shooting 3s at a 25% clip, misfiring on that one. From the outside, here's Suarez, who picks up his dribble, and the backdoor cut is not successful. Colombia by 2. So, not the best basketball so far starting this one off. Couple of turnovers, a foul, although Tello has hit a couple jumpers for Colombia. So here he is again, picks up his dribble, back to Roque. Roque, the mid-range J, off the mark. So Colombia is still looking for their first scorer, not named Juan Tello. They've taken a few shots already, unsuccessfully at that. And a kick ball on the other end. Chile has yet to qualify for an AmeriCup. Colombia has qualified for 2 AmeriCups and 1 World Cup so far in the history of their national team program. They'll get this one into Carvacho. Kicks it outside. Suarez. That's going to be a foul on Juan Tello. His 2nd personal here in just the first 2 minutes and some change. So he got caught stepping out there. Suarez hit him with the pump fake successfully. Inbounding is Ignacio Varela. So here he is up top, over to the near side. Catch and shoot Herrera. Colombia back the other direction now. Troca with the give off. Here's Wright. Wright wrapping in. Bounce pass out beyond the arc. Troca 3. Quite the lid on the basket here. No pretty bucket so far. That one rejected by Jaime Echenique, the fifth-year center for the Colombian national team. Echenique leads this team in blocks per game with 1.5 so far in the AmeriCup qualifiers. Suarez again off the mark from distance. Back the other way now. Atencia inside, out to Troca. Now Roque wrapping around, gives it off to Troca. Atencia, left elbow jumper is pure. Two team fouls on Colombia so far. That three ball will fall. Ignacio Varela getting started here. Played last for this national team in the 2023 Olympic qualifiers. One back on the other side. So Hansel Atencia hits a three right back. Now here's Chile on their end. And that one sent out of bounds last by Colombia. It's Colombia by 4 here in Chile. Catch and shoot left corner. Nice. That one sunk by Sebastian Herrera, the shooting guard in his 9th season for the Chilean national team. Leads this team in three-point percentage, shooting it at 50% so far in the AmeriCup. Other side, now we got buckets raining down. Colombia, the three-point lead. Herrera to the outside, and now the drive in. A little bit of a bobble. Suarez can't find the cup, gets his own rebound, puts it up. That one did hit the rim, actually, as the shot clock was expiring, but it doesn't matter. Colombia got it right back. Halfway through the first quarter, all by himself. White from deep. Michael Wright. So he hits that one. And now Colombia with the lead. Chile, a quick timeout. We'll go down to the huddle with 4:54 left in the first.
Eso está muy efectivo de afuera. El problema es que nosotros estamos muy apurados en ataque. No nos estamos pasando la pelota. Vamos a jugar un ratito, pasarnos la pelota. 15 horas. 15, 13. Blanco, amarillo. Tenemos Paula, Atencia, esté a little more higher. Sí. Necesitamos obligarlos a defender. ¿Está? O necesitamos obligarlos a defender. Tranquilo que estamos bien, ¿no? Vamos,
So that big block there, giving Colombia some energy. Jaime Echenique getting his hand in things. And Colombia now with a lead of 6. On the far side, here's Herrera. Back up top to Varela. Catch and shoot, Herrera 3. Yes, sir! Herrera, who plays for Paris basketball in France, made the long journey to play for his national team. His 9th season here for Chile. The bounce pass inside, no good. A fight for the rebound. Ejani couldn't come away with it. And a missed opportunity there for Colombia. Chile trailing by 3. Varela inside. That would have been a fun one if it would have counted. Carvacho went sky high. So far, Chile 3 for 11 from the field in this game, going 3 of 8 from 3, 2 of 2 from the charity stripe, but 0 for 3 from all the twos that they've taken so far. So Chile not really shooting well in their home arena. Now here's Franco Morales. And we have a foul on the far side. Under 4 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Chile still trails. The inbounder is Ignacio Varela on the far side. The drive inside, out to the right. 3, make it rain, baby. We're tied up at 14. And it's going back the other direction. So Chile gets a little bit of momentum here after that 3 from Ignacio Carrion, who lined it up in the corner perfectly for the swish. And it was interesting, Sebastian Herrera drove in there and almost lost it, and was able to make that pass out to the right corner. Oh my, Roque almost got dropped there. Carrasco gives it off to Morales. Morales, left corner. Suarez working in on Troca. Suarez up and under, fouled up with the left hand, no good. But we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Suarez makes the first one. So Suarez shooting free throws at a 70% clip so far here in the AmeriCup qualifiers. Played in 2 games, 25.8 minutes per game, coming off a game against Argentina where he put up 29 points, went 8 for 10 from the free throw line. This is that second one. But Chile now with their first lead of the game. So here's Munoz, who just checked in. Now over to Roque, who tries to glide down the lane. And sometimes it's hard when you go up with that opposite arm on the opposite side. Tried to go up with the left on the right side there. And just went right over the cup. And another timeout taken here in the first quarter. 2:51 left to go. We'll check in on the Colombian huddle.
Dependiendo, recibe, opción, Romario. Si Romario sale con espacio, bajemos y te vas. 7 segundos, 7 segundos.
So you take a look at the replay here. That 3-ball drilled from the outside, and then one right back on the other end. And Chile with that 1-point lead in their home arena. By the way, both teams in the bonus here with the final 2:51 left to go in the first quarter. On the wraparound, here's Roque on the right ring from the outside. A pump fake by DeLuke. And DeLuke walked from his home team over in Mexico, the Caballeros de Culiacan. He traveled. On the other side now, Chile. Their offense threatening. They lead by 1. Offensive foul. So Carrasco extended his arm a little bit too much as he tried to create some space. As you can see there, cut Roque a little bit around the jugular up there. 2:19 to go in the first quarter. Roque picks up his dribble. Now back up top is Munoz. Kicks it out. A pump fake. Inside. Around the traffic. And the finish by Ibargüen. So here's one of the players I was talking about in the pregame. He's coming off a game where he had a team high 13 points in 29 minutes of play. Has been really giving this team a lot of energy off of the bench. Now Suarez had that one blocked. Other side, that 3 hucked up. And Chile with more opportunities like we were talking about earlier. They just got to capitalize on second chance opportunities because they're a lot bigger down low. They like to live in the paint, but have been taking a couple of threes. Colombia with a 1-point lead. A minute and a half to play here in the first quarter. Roque on the bounce pass. Inside, the flip is up by DeLuke and no good. Other way. Full steam ahead. Suarez, a bullet inside. Redirected to the left corner. They're going to give this one into the big man who lost it. Carrion couldn't hang on to it. Other way, Roque inside. And a foul is called in favor of Luis Almanza. That one goes against Felipe Iñaco, the 22-year-old. Iñaco with his first personal of the game as his team trails by 1. Under a minute to play here. As you saw, Almanza just completely wrapped up by Iñaco and company. 54.7 left. Inside, here's DeLuke, fouled. And he'll go to the line and shoot 2. Soren DeLuke, standing at 200 centimeters, 6'7" in his 8th season, 8th year, playing for Colombia. As he makes the first free throw. DeLuke shooting free throws around a 33.3% clip. Only at 2 points in their victory over Venezuela. Played just under 11 minutes. All of his points in that game came from the charity stripe where he's at right now. And he sinks the pair. Colombia extends their lead here in the first quarter to 3. 40 seconds to go in the first. 3 on the way, left wing. And it rims in. Nice little shooter's touch by Carrasco on that side. Other way, Roque, no. Almanza in, floating it up, no. And the cleanup crew, Ibargüen is there for the putback. Colombia back up by 2. Three, Carrasco buries it. And that'll do it for the first quarter. Chile making it rain from the outside, goes in to the first quarter break leading by 1. As we take a look at some of our statistics here after that first quarter, Chile not shooting the ball very well from the field. They're 6 for 17. 35.29% from the floor right now. That's not going to get it done. You see, they have not made a two-point shot yet, but somehow they're still leading. Why? Because those three-pointers are falling at a 46% clip right now. We're going to check out our best plays from the first quarter. So Colombia jumps out to an early lead, and that's because their two-pointers were falling. 6 for 13 from 2, 2 of 4 from 3. It's not like they're having a bad shooting performance here, but they turned the ball over twice. That led to points on the other side for Chile. And then, of course, you just saw Chile start cashing in from deep, and that's really where the tide turned. Leading scorer so far for Colombia is Atencia, who had 8 points, 3 for 4 from the field in that first quarter. On the other side, Chile, the two leading scorers, Herrera and Carrasco, who came in off the bench, and they're able to have their team up in their home arena by 1. Hey, if you guys like international basketball, scan that QR code at the bottom left corner of your screen. Courtside 1891 has all of the international basketball you could ever want, the Continental Cup qualifiers, and more at Courtside 1891. Download on the App Store or where you get your apps from. A fresh 10 minutes to play here in the first half. Chile with the first possession. Carrasco to the left side, a pump fake. Now down low, a three on the way. No. Nice rebound there by Barguin before he hit the deck. Obviously, Colombia shooting the rock at a higher clip so far in this game, but still trailing by 1. Let's see if their big man can do it at Barguin. Inside and fouled. There's a reason we talked about him in the pregame. He might only be 200 centimeters, but man, can he move. And he's strong. Plays for Atletico Riachuelo over in Argentina. In his 11th tournament here for Colombia at 28 years of age. And his first one will not fall. He's shooting free throws, though, at a 33% clip. Obviously, he wants to get that up a little bit more. He is a big man and will draw a lot of contact. Recently played for Boca Juniors, Buenos Aires, also in Argentina, as he gets the second one to fall. He's got 5 points now, as Colombia has tied this one back up at 21. Great number. A quick give off to Morales on the left side. Left it short. Rebound by Atencia. Atencia in transition. Fouled on the other side by Morales. And that was in the open court, so this might mean some shots. Unsportsmanlike foul, yeah. So our first unsportsmanlike foul comes with 1 minute into the second quarter. And I think Morales was just trying to slow down the play or prevent a play from even forming, but a costly mistake that's going to give Colombia some shots here and the ball. Colombia so far in this game has made 3 of their four free throws. The officials go to the monitor and are going to determine, as we have our first official review of the game here just 1 minute into the second quarter. Tied up at 21 apiece. Chile ranked 62nd in the world rankings. Colombia at 58th right now. And the officials will make sure that they get this one right. Chile coming off of a win against Argentina. Actually, what's funny is both of these teams ended up beating the team that they lost to a couple days after they faced them in the first window. For instance, Chile played Argentina in game 1 and game 2 of window 1 of the qualifiers. Lost in the first window, won in the second window. Colombia, same thing. They played Venezuela in window number 1. Lost to them 79-60 and then beat them in the second game just a couple days later. But both of them just had to eke out wins by 2 and 3 points. And actually kind of got blown out in both of their first games against their respective opponents, Argentina and Venezuela. Venezuela right now on top. And it is just a common foul is what it looks like, as Colombia is going to get it out of bounds. It will still be the second team foul on Chile, though. Colombia in a tie game. Going quickly, down low is Atencia on the right side. No good. Ibargüen the rebound. Atencia for 3. Swish! Colombia breaks the tie. Atencia already with 11 points here in the first half. A bullet over to the right. Left alone in Yako. Did somebody call the janitor? Idor Pickett. Cleanup crew. Aisle 7 inside. So he comes in and already registers his first 2 points. Now back on the other side. DeLuke backing in on Morales. And it's going the other way. Atencia couldn't hang on to it. Morales, good defense there. Obviously did not have the size advantage by any means on DeLuke, who is a power forward. So here comes Manny Suarez in for Idor Pickett. Pickett, the Chilean-German basketball player who's been playing for this Chilean national team since 2021, checks out. Again, game day 3 here of the AmeriCup qualifiers, Colombia and Chile. Obviously, they'll have Venezuela and Argentina also playing in this window. Herrera over to the left corner. That's Iñaco. Suarez, who can shoot it from deep, got 1 second on the shot clock, puts it up, off the rim, ball's loose. Suarez has it, and he's fouled by Michael Wright. Wright's first foul of the game. First personal, first team foul here in the second quarter. Suarez into traffic, missed it right. Colombia, a 1-point lead, a chance to extend here. Wright picks up his dribble to Atencia, now on the right side, Tello. And he lost it as he tried to run right past Ignacio Carrion, and it's going the other way. So there's the Colombian head coach, Tomas Diaz, in his first AmeriCup qualifiers, in his first tournament for the national team as the head coach. Bodies hit the floor, and it's an offensive foul. That one's going to go against Ignacio Carrion, who's a little bit slow to get up. So Ador Pickett will check back in. So obviously an off-ball foul there. Third team foul on Chile. Three minutes in to the second quarter. Atencia over to the right. Tello surveying, down low, one dribble, maneuvering. Ibargüen couldn't finish. Suarez looked like he was going to run the open floor there. Left side, Iñaco. Now the bounce pass to Pickett. Ignacio. Colombia still with a 1-point lead, 6.5 to go here in the second quarter. Look at that difference in three-point percentage in this game. That's a three hucked up. Why not? When the shooting percentage is on your side, keep it going. Another offensive foul for Chile. Wow. So Chile's offense, Suarez picks up his first personal. And a nice job by Colombia there from Atencia, making sure the officials saw that one. 6 minutes to go. So we're 4 minutes into the second quarter and only 6 points have been scored in total. And now another foul on Chile. This time on Rubio. So in total right now, Chile with 8 personal fouls in the game. Colombia is in the bonus for almost 6 minutes of play. That's a lot of time. Michael Wright now at the line. The 192-centimeter forward makes the pair. He's got 4. Herrera looking right. Varela surveying. Herrera to Varela, and he turned it over. We're off to the races on the other side. Wright going coast to coast and laying it in. Timeout on the floor. Colombia extends their lead. With 5.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter, Colombia back up by 5. A timeout taken by Chile. And we're going to listen into their huddle. They've got something to figure out here.
Jugamos picotillo, hay que jugar el pop, que le cuesta un poco más.
es un foul. Él puede tener mucho más espacio para atacar y hacer que quiera.
Vamos a ir ahora. Vamos a ir en 24. 24. El 5, el 4. Sébate, lo tocás acá y te enrulás. Flaco, lo sacás a Mani. Kevin abierto acá. Flaco, después la cortina de él lo sacás a Seba. Para que a Mani le quede a la izquierda, dale.
So what's been working for Chile, they really have to go back to starting to use their size to their advantage and play from the inside out, get those points in the paint. By the way, they outsize Colombia, but Colombia just doing a great job of creating those turnovers, getting steals, and those points off of the fast breaks. A lot of things we talked about earlier. Colombia is doing well. Chile not doing the best job of executing their game plan. Again, Colombia still in the bonus now for 5.5 more minutes to go in the second quarter. Suarez down the left lane from the left block, goes up, missed it, and got the tip in. Chile trailing by 3 on the wraparound. Right, down the right lane, banks it in, and draws the foul for a chance at a three-point play. He is as strong as a bull. 8 points for a chance at 9. As Wright is going to go to the line. Again, plays for the Caballeros de Culiacan in Mexico. Averaged 13.8 minutes per game in the qualifying window #1, but only averaged 1 point per game coming into this second window. So clearly blowing that one right out of the water. Didn't score in their last contest in 8.5 minutes. A lot more playing time for him here in this game. Here's Rubio, now with the give off to Suarez. Suarez guarded by Ibargüen. Suarez putting that one home. Nice shot from the big man. Ibargüen on the other side. One-on-one on Suarez. Fading away. Missed it. Suarez the rebound. Chile trailing by 4. And look at this, they're gonna go right back to the big man himself. They see the mismatch on Roque, and Roque had nothing else to do but foul Manny Suarez on the floor. Said, I'm not gonna be put on the highlight reel here. You're gonna get fouled immediately. Roque's first foul of the game. Second team foul on Colombia here in the second quarter. Baseline out of bounds coming from the left side of the basket. All the way outside to Pickett. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Wrap around, catch and shoot. Herrera, no. Roque off to the races. Colombia extending their lead, getting another turnover in the open court. The up and under is good. Atencia back in the point column. He's got 13 to lead all scorers in the ball game. Here's Herrera down the right lane. Smooth like butter for the finish. Atencia inside, and Ibargüen couldn't hold on to it. Chile getting a turnover. How about Suarez with the handles? Suarez inside, and he's fouled. Don't let that 208-centimeter frame fool you. He's got handles like a guard. On the other side, though, how about the pickpocket from Atencia, and then the craftiness to go up and under and finish with the left side. Another baseline out of bounds from the left. Suarez on the near side. Here's Herrera. Kicks it out, turnover. Atencia with the interception. Good ball movement here. Tello, other side, fouled. Suarez. Right there. So in comes Carrion. As Colombia is in the bonus, leads by 6, make that 7. So Carrion comes in for Manuel Suarez. Juan Tello shooting the free throws at an 80% clip, misses the second one, so he splits them. He's got 5 points. His first 2 free throws there of the ball game. Herrera now. Two and a half to play in the first half. Step back, Jay Varela! The sniper from distance! Chile right back in this one, trailing by 4. Tello outside, right, bang! Knocks that tray ball down. And Colombia extends their lead back to 7. Wright's in double figures again. Other side. Chile was trying to give Colombia one right back there. Roque on the crossover. Inside, slips, falls, finds his man, Echenique. Saves it and cleans it up. And now Carvacho down on the floor, slow to get up. Colombia with a 9-point lead. This is their biggest lead of the game. Oof. And that was Roque who slid right into that right ankle of Nicolas Carvacho. And that's just not an ankle thing. That's a knee a little bit out of sorts as well. Sometimes that can happen. But Carvacho able to walk off of the floor under his own power. Carvacho currently playing for MKS in Poland. Graduated from Colorado State University in the United States back in 2020. The big 208-centimeter center is going to get a breather probably for the final minute and a half here in the second quarter. They'll see how he's doing at the half, and hopefully we'll make a quick return to this game soon. From the outside, the wraparound from Herrera, now cruising down the lane, missed it. A lot of missed layups here in this game. Other side, Tello. Just as I said, missed layups. There's another one from Jaime Echenique. We did have a foul, though. But remember how at the beginning of this game, the twos were not falling for Chile. They're 4 of 12 from 2 in this game, a lot of which has been layups. And now Colombia has been sliding in the twos department as well. And that free throw, left short. Echenique actually looking for his first made free throw of the AmeriCup qualifiers. That's including window number 1. Only had 2 points in their first contest against Venezuela as he sinks that one. That's good for his first made free throw in AmeriCup qualifier action this year. Played 9 minutes and 45 seconds against Venezuela in their 67-64 win. Other side now, down the lane, Varela tried to kick it out. Suarez down low, he's fouled. And it was on the floor. Wright raising his hand for the foul. 4th team foul there on Colombia. 1 minute left to play in the second quarter. Colombia with a 10-point lead. And Coach Cordoba is going to make a change. Here comes the inbound from Herrera. Now Morales looking left, gets the screen, looking for the pick and roll, now goes down to the left block. Inside, the hook shot won't fall for Carrion. .40 seconds to play. Now just about 30. Colombia winding down this clock as much as they can. Roque from distance. A 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Colombia could potentially get the last shot of this quarter if they're smart. Here's Herrera from the outside, trying to waste as much of the clock as he can. Out to Suarez. The big man steps in, puts it up, no good. 3 seconds, Roque. Clock expired, not in time for Atencia to get that down to Echenique for the putback. So through the first half, Colombia is over in Chile and they lead by 10. This is their biggest lead of the game. So Colombia, who a lot of people might have underestimated coming into this game, really put on a show in that first half as they clearly lit it up from beyond the arc there. 44% and have been hitting their twos. That's something that we've been talking about for Chile. They're at 29% right now. They've got to get that one up. Also, Colombia out-rebounding Chile as well, even though they were starting those 2 centers, and they've been doing a great job of moving the ball as well. 7 points and their 4 steals, which was one of their keys. Create those turnovers and lead in those points in the paint. 2 players already in double figures for Colombia, Atencia and Wright. Chile, while they're doing a great job of getting different guys touches, not a lot of assists. And we'll take a look at our best plays from the second quarter. A nice one there by Ibargüen, giving them a second opportunity. And that's really been the name of the game. The cleanup crews for both sides, giving their teams extra opportunities. And this is where Colombia has really capitalized. The fast break off of the turnovers. That was one of their keys to the game. They averaged 14 points off of turnovers a game and 14 fast break points. Obviously, those numbers clearly correlate, And they've just done a great job of just being physical and very, very crafty and playing with speed. Obviously, you know, Chile likes to slow down and get into their sets and run these plays. And then Colombia is trying to always break them and get them out of their system and make them play faster. Obviously, a lot of bright spots, though. Sebastian Herrera was starting to get going there at the end of that second quarter. And as we go into this halftime break, a 10-point lead for Colombia as both squads go to the locker room with a lot to talk about. Colombia trying to get a win here would propel them to the top of Group A in the AmeriCup qualifier rankings. Right now, everyone at 1 win and 1 loss so far in the group, each with 3 points, but Venezuela has the best plus-minus so far. They're at plus 16, as we will step aside for the half.
Education, health, justice. We sometimes take these simple things for granted. They're not common for all of us. We are all born on the same planet, but not with the same opportunities.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are one. We are all on the same team. Let's convince those who never thought they would do it that they can. We can. Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
Montero dazzling with his dribbling. Yasel for 3. Yasel Perez. Townsend drives in, gets blocked by Rivero. I mean, that was a swat.
The swivel and the sledgehammer from Christian Negron. And look at that move. Now you see me, now you don't.
And they are just so positive this evening, Colombia. No hang your head after getting outworked on the glass. Straight back and aggressive.
How about that block? Oh my goodness! Sending Kennedy flying beyond the baseline. A box office block from a soaring star. Herrera. Almost turned it over, got it back. Still 6 to shoot, but he heaves it from near center court. Sebastian Herrera. A rush of blood to the head.
Boko goes upstairs for the throwdown and super action. Well, from the camera angle, you can literally see it unfold in front of you. Super weight on the pass. Impressed early. Teller goes up, his block. Carrera comes from the weak side and says, not in here. That's a block, though. Carrera from the weak side.
And the pre-game build-up, we said that backcourt for Uruguay as the elevation from Romero. Where did that come from?
Jones. Oh, the cover from Campasso. The trick from Campasso. The no-look pass from Campasso. And the shot from Campasso. Bang! The one-man show. What a way to take Argentina to 50 for the first half.
That is unbelievable. These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Back here in Coliseo, Antonio Azurmendi getting you set for the second half of play. Still got a couple minutes left to go here in the halftime break. We'll give you a few more stats from this first half. Obviously, Atencia for Colombia has been shooting the ball well. 12 points, 2 rebounds, 3 of 5 from 2-point distance, and he's been part of this crew of players for Colombia that are making a name for themselves. One of 2 guys in double figures. Michael Wright also with 13 points. As you see some of Atencia's highlights here. Ibargüen also a big reason why Atencia has gotten a couple of extra opportunities there, as he's gotten a couple of offensive rebounds so far in this game. Speaking of offensive rebounds, that's one area where Chile has actually been giving themselves a better chance. They've got 8 offensive rebounds so far, but they have actually been getting out-rebounded in this game. Their leading scorer right now is Herrera with 8 points. Got 1 rebound, 2 assists as well. Herrera, great job. He's one of those players that's also lethal when he doesn't have the ball in his hands. He's shooting 50% from beyond the arc so far, but having a tougher game from 2-point distance. His mid-rangers are just not finding that side of the cup, shooting it at a 37.5% field goal clip right now in the first half. So Venezuela, Argentina, Chile, and Colombia here in Group A. They've played 4 out of their 12 games so far in this group, and they've all kind of beat up on each other. Every team is 1-1. Venezuela at the top at +16 right now. Argentina at +10, Chile at -10, and Colombia at -16. So that's why at the end of these games, obviously sometimes you'll see teams continue to go and run up the score because they're trying to get out of that deficit of ± and get themselves a better seeding when it comes to the AmeriCup and get a better strength of schedule. Maybe an easier opponent on the other end. Chile right now in front of their home crowd, who at the beginning was giving them a little bit of life, but then Colombia just absolutely snuffed it out of the building by just doing a great job of creating those turnovers and getting steals and leading in the points off of the fast breaks category. You mentioned that earlier, but they've got 11 points off of turnovers and 8 fast break points compared to 1 point off of a turnover for Chile and only 6 fast break points. So that's one thing that's got to be mentioned, as well as, you know, our original key to the game for Chile was to use their size to their advantage. They've only got 6 points in the paint compared to Colombia's 14. Obviously, we said that Chile needs points off of their bench, and they're getting that 11 points off the bench compared to Colombia's 7. So a very deep team for Chile. And they're just going to need to bring Colombia down to their speed if they want a chance to prevail in front of their home crowd here. Obviously, there's your game leaders for Chile at the bottom of the screen. Herrera with 8 points to lead the scorers for Chile. And he's gone 2 of 4 from 3, like we were saying, in this game. So far, though, a -9 in his plus-minus category, but a 6 efficiency. So obviously that means he's shooting like he should be. He's got 2 assists, 1 turnover to 1 steal, so those essentially cancel each other out. But his team still trails by 10 here after the first half. So Juan Cordoba, the head coach of Chile, is going to have to draw something up here in the second half to help them prevail in front of this home crowd. Both of these teams are going to be back in action again on Monday. Chile is going to play the top of the group as it stands right now in Venezuela. And Colombia is going to play Argentina. So both of these squads taking on right now the top 2 teams in Group A once they move on to Monday's games here in window number 2 of the first round of the AmeriCup qualifiers. So the AmeriCup obviously coming up. Whichever team makes it will head to Nicaragua this summer for the AmeriCup. And then obviously you win the AmeriCup and you can get to the World Cup. It's a point-based system. Each team in Group A right now with 3 points. Because each team right now has 1 win, 1 loss in their 2 games played. So it really comes down to plus minus right now. No team can qualify or be eliminated in this window from Group A. For your upcoming games, obviously you have Chile and Colombia here. Argentina and Venezuela play each other at 22:15 local time. And then on Monday, November 25th, Chile plays Venezuela. Argentina plays Colombia at 2000 and 22:15 local times apiece. So now we get set for the second half here of action. And again, the shooting percentages for Chile have got to go up if they want to keep up with Colombia. Chile shooting 3 points, not bad at 35% from 3 compared to Colombia's 44%, but where Chile is really hurting is they're at 28.5% from 2. Four lead changes so far in this game that only came in the first quarter. Colombia with their biggest lead of the game by 10. Check out the courtside 1891 app. Scan that QR code at the bottom left corner of your screen. It's not just good for the AmeriCup qualifiers, it's good for all basketball all around the world. So here we go, starting the second half here in Valdivia, Chile. The inbound coming from Pina, and we are off and running. Colombia now going left to right as you're seeing it on your screen. They're in their yellow jerseys. Chile in their reds with the white letters. First one inside, Echenique misses that one off the mark. And now Chile going back the other direction. Here's Herrera, the point guard. A screen from Suarez. They'll run the screen and rolls. The big man for 3. The big man hits! Suarez with 8 points. They're going to look to keep giving it back to their 31-year-old. Here's Tello. Pulls up from the stripe. Foul on the floor. Colombia leading by 7. First foul on Echenique in this game. Jaime Echenique, 27 years of age, currently plays in Greece, has been playing great defense so far. Suarez going down the lane with the give off and the finish by Ignacio Carrion, who's averaging 4 points per game in the qualifying window. Chile now trailing by 5. Here's Atencia from the right elbow. Look out, he missed everything. Colombia with a second chance opportunity. Roque down the right lane and a shot clock violation. Now you can start to hear the crowd's back into this. A quick 5-0 scoring run to start off this third quarter for Chile. Here's Varela on the near side, Herrera. Varela guarded way out beyond the arc by Roque there, playing deny basketball. Here's the screen, there's the roll. Suarez hit in the face. That one goes against the leading scorer in the ball game, Michael Wright, who's got 13 points so far. That's Wright's third personal foul, and he'll have to come out. Luis Almanza is back in for Colombia. Herrera. Suarez, a pump fake. Now Varela, a deep three. And another foul on the floor. A lot of fouls called in this game so far. Third on Carrion. And another whistle. This time on the other end. Wow. So far, 13 team fouls on Chile, 10 on Colombia. 23 personal fouls called in this game. We still got 7.5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. That one's a rejection. Chile pushing the other direction. Inside, there's the finish. Ador Pickett. Timeout Colombia as Chile is on their run. They trail by 3. We'll check in on the Colombia huddle. Chile's two-point field goal percentage normally sits at 44.2%. If you understand math or know anything about the law of large numbers, earlier when I said that they were at 24.5% from two-point field goal percentage range, they're now at 37.5%. So obviously, the more you shoot the twos, the more you're going to get to your season average. Tello trapped. Ibargüen inside, and another foul. Or make that a travel. Two team fouls apiece. Chile trailing by 3. Up top, Suarez, the big man for the tie. Other side, Atencia looking, Tello, mid-range. No, big rebound there by Ibargüen. Now Tello down to the right side. Roque from the left elbow. Other direction. 6.5 to play here in the third quarter. Game day number 3 here of the AmeriCup qualifiers in Valdivia, Chile. Diego Lowe up top. On the wraparound, here's Herrera. Suarez left open. That one just rims out. He's really looking for one of those to fall. Suarez, 1 for 7, now from 3. In the corner, Atencia. Herrera, 3. So a lot of threes being taken, not a lot of threes being made. There's a mid-range jumper, and that one will fall for Tello. Tello averaging 10.5 points per game. In the qualifying window, he's got 7. Inside, Herrera for 3. Yes, sir! Finally, a 3 falls for Chile here. They trail by 2. On the other side, Tello backing in with the left hand, a bullet into the middle. A sidestep, missed shot by Almanza. Halfway through the third quarter. Around traffic, Varela, left side for the lead. Boom! Huge shot hit there by Diego Lowe. Lowe's first made bucket of the game. Chile a 1-point lead. Atencia dropping bodies inside. Ibargüen fouled. Very obvious foul there. So here's the pass to Lowe that gave Chile the lead. They trailed by as much as 10. Ibargüen puts the first free throw through, shooting him at a 33% clip in that first window. Ibargüen has played in Argentina, Brazil, Colombia, Spain, Holland, Uruguay, and the United States. That one goes out of bounds. And Chile will get the ball back. Only 4 free throws shot so far for Chile in this matchup. 13 for Colombia, who really has been living inside a lot of this game. Here's Pickett on the far side wing. Varela trying to get around Roque. Varela to the right side, and a stolen ball by Tello. Great hands by the forward. Now he's going to try to go coast to coast. The tip up by Ibargüen, no good. We're still tied at 45. Under 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Herrera over to the right. Pickett with the give off to Varela. Pickett 3. Chile back with a 3-point lead. An errant throw up on the other side, and the lay-in. Diego Lowe. Chile extending their lead to 5, their biggest lead of the night. And on the wraparound, there's a foul, that time on Diego Lowe. So Coach Tomas Diaz here, a first-time head coach for the national team in this AmeriCup qualifying window number 2. Colombia with a chance to set up their offense now. They've only put up 3 points in this third quarter. Atencia coming to a stop, mid-range J. No. Pickett on the outside. There's the big man Suarez for 3. Colombia trailing by 5. Munoz around the traffic to the outside, Atencia. 9 seconds on the shot clock for Atencia. He's going to drive through the lane to the outside. Almanza for 3. DeLuke a little bit slow to get up there. There's that last 3 by Pickett from the right wing. That's one thing that Chile has been able to do well this game, is shoot the 3 ball. Even though their 2s really hadn't been falling since that first quarter, they're shooting 3s at a 37% clip as a team. They lead by 5. Colombia is in the bonus for the final 2.5 minutes of play. Pickett from the outside to Herrera. Long 3, splash! Extends the lead to 8. Chile's biggest lead of the game. 14 points for Herrera. On the other side, that one's knocked down. We're making it rain in Chile. Right now with 16 points. Perfect from beyond the arc. Carrasco getting around the traffic. Morales to the outside, Carrasco. And there's going to be a reach-in foul on Munoz. Obviously, a couple fouls to give for Colombia. Not a problem. Couple of 3s. Minute and a half to go. Herrera gives it back. Here's Morales down the lane. Did he lose it? Yes, he did. Ten turnovers for Chile in this game. 8 for Colombia. Munoz from the outside, looking left, now inside. DeLuke just lost it. 9th turnover of the game for Colombia. Suarez with the give off to Herrera. Herrera picks up his dribble. Now Suarez with 5 on the shot clock, barreling his way downhill and missed the layup. Crowd's not going to like that one. Wright tried to get around Suarez and was fouled. So 2 free throws up and coming now for Colombia. And in a tight game, This is where free throws matter with under a minute left to go here in the third quarter. So Wright makes the first one. Wright with 17 points now in the game. This is his AmeriCup qualifiers high. That one just rims out. Came into this game averaging 1 point per game. And now really making his presence felt. He's 4 of 5 from the charity stripe. Herrera from the outside. They lead by 4. That was a very deep three. Other side, a blocking foul. And that one goes against Morales. Michael Wright, again, is going to get to go to the line and shoot 2. And that's one thing that Colombia is known for in this game specifically, is getting downhill. And we had a technical as well called on Morales. So Atencia is going to get the free throw and put it in. Colombia now with a chance to make this a 1-point game if they make all their free throws. 14.7 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. So Colombia has been really getting downhill. This is their 17th free throw of the game there. That was missed. Chile has only shot 4 free throws in the game. That's a huge disparity. But you're seeing it. One team's hitting all their threes, taking a lot of them. One team has been in the paint. Wright with 18 points now. 5 of those coming from free throws. Around the traffic. We have a foul. So that was the last foul to give for Colombia. Now with the final 6.4 seconds left to go in the third. Chile's in the bonus. The floater. Did that go in? Are they going to count the bucket? Yes, they are. Tony Troca threw that from the United States of America. And that's how Colombia is going to take the lead, 54-53. You've got to be kidding me. Colombia with a 1-point lead here at the end of the third quarter. That's Tony Troca. Threw that from distance. Looked like a quarterback throwing from end zone to end zone. Take a look at the numbers here at the end of the third quarter. Obviously, that Chile 2-point percentage went up a lot. Some of our third quarter best plays. Obviously, Suarez, the big man, connecting from deep. And then you had him going inside. How about big men that can also pass and distribute? Reminds you of Serbia's Nikola Jokic. And a spin move by Roque there, but it was going back the other way. Roque has been doing a great job of attacking, but got swatted away there. And what did Chile do? They got back to that inside-out game. They put in some height in Ador Pickett along with Manny Suarez. And remember, Nicolas Carvacho, their starting center, who's in his 6th tournament here with Chile, is out right now. We really haven't seen him in the second half. He had Roque slide into him in that second quarter into his right leg. So maybe the reason that Chile was taking all those threes. Remember, download that Courtside 1891 app. You can scan that QR code at the bottom left corner of your screen. And here's Troca, who did actually get it off in time and swishes it through on the other side. That's something you just can't make up. And it wasn't even like he used the backboard or anything. Colombia up by 1 to start the fourth quarter here. 3 on the way. You bet. Martinez's first bucket goes in. Right corner, Roque steps back, gives it to Wright. He's down the lane and draws the foul. A little upset at himself that he wasn't able to finish that one here in the first 30 seconds of the fourth quarter. Chance to tie this ball game, though. Wright missing that one. He's 5 for 8 from the free throw line so far. Make it 6 for 9. Colombia now trailing by 1, but Wright has 19 points. His high here in the AmeriCup qualifiers. On the outside, crowd's gonna get a little bit loud. Thought there was a lot of contact on Herrera there. And now they're gonna dare Carrasco to go right. He's gonna float it up, can't get it to go. A tangle up on that end of the floor with some of the Colombian players. And down low, Ibargüen. That foul will be on Martinez. His second personal. Chile back with a 1-point lead here after Colombia had that miracle shot from pretty much the entire court. Go in from Troca. Here's Roque. Atencia from the right wing. 10 seconds on the shot clock. He's got an open lane and cruises to a finish. Colombia back with the lead by 1. Fourth quarter action here on game day 3 of the AmeriCup qualifiers. They kick it out left. Pickett. Chile really living and dying by those threes. The spin in the lane, the foul, and no finish. That foul will go against Herrera. Herrera's first personal of the game. Well, right now, Michael Wright is unstoppable. Listed at 192 centimeters, but he's a forward, so obviously that's without shoes and socks and him slouching. He's played all over the place. Argentina, Colombia, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Mexico, Paraguay, Uruguay, Venezuela, pretty much all around Latin America as he drops that first one in. But he's played for the Colombian national team since 2016 in his 9th year with this national team squad. 21 points for him. He's continuing his massive game here as his team leads by 3. First team foul on Colombia here in the 4th quarter goes against Romario Roque. Eight minutes to go in the 4th. Herrera pump faked from way out beyond the arc there. Herrera looking back up top to Varela. Almost an errant pass. Herrera steps up to 3. You bet! Tie game! 59 apiece. Herrera a 17 ball as well. Roque down the right side, almost lost his footing. Now here's Wright, who's been unstoppable. Suarez serving. And was there a continuation? No. He was hugged. He was bear hugged on the floor by Suarez. Or excuse me, make that Atencia. It was a nice little welcoming hug. Nothing to see here. But Atencia picks up his third foul of the game, 3rd personal. Here's Varela. Gonna try to shake right. Goes up with the left. A 3 on the way, heavily contested. Chile, a second chance opportunity. Suarez bulldozing his way down the lane. Count the basket, and he'll work for a 3-point play. The 31-year-old plowing inside like a tractor on grass. And I don't think anybody would want to stand in front of that guy coming downhill. Suarez, who currently plays in Estonia, as Atencia needs to check out now with those 4 personals. Suarez has his Spain and Chile naturalization. But originally he's from Cliffside Park, New Jersey. 208 centimeters, 6'10", big frame center. Missed the shot. Most recently, before his team in Estonia, BC Kalev Cramo, he played for the Nacional de Football Montevideo in Uruguay, LUB. Roque, little jumper, little finish. Colombia ties this one back up at 61. 6.5 to go in the 4th quarter. Roque not shooting very well from the field, but an important bucket there. 4 points for him. Martinez inside. Suarez. How do you stop this guy? You can only hope to contain him. Both teams actually in foul trouble very early here. So Colombia now has no more fouls to give. Chile has 1. Suarez, his first free throw off the front iron. Suarez 1 for 4 from the free throw line. Came in shooting 70%, connects on the second one. And he's going to break this tie and give Chile a 1-point lead. We've had 9 lead changes so far. Colombia has led for 22.5 minutes in this game. Chile only 7 minutes of lead time. Wright ran into a wall over there. Tello pumping a 3. Suarez, that huge rebound, and they're going to get it over to Varela. That pick and pop. Suarez down low is fouled. Every time he goes down the lane, they can't stop him. Tello picks up his third. And like we were saying back at the beginning of the game, Chile needs to use their size to their advantage. Play inside out, get points in the paint. Suarez following their game plan. And he goes back to the line. He's 3 for 6, 50% from the free throw line. And that one falls in as well. He's got 13 points in the game. Chile with a 3-point lead. From the left side, 3 on the way. Wide left. And we had a foul on the floor. So this crowd really back in this game. Colombia at one point in time really sucked the life out of this arena. But then Chile able to make a comeback. Atencia is out right now again with those fouls. So Roque is running the point, and he goes up and draws the foul. Both teams now are in the bonus as Suarez picks up his 4th personal. Let's see if they continue to ride him out. 5.5 minutes left to go. Every game in the AmeriCup qualifiers matters. So obviously, he's going to get a lot of playing time down the stretch here. It's no time to shelter him at all. Roque makes the first one. And the second one falls in. By the way, there have been 40 fouls called in this game. 23 fouls on Chile, 17 on Colombia. And if my math serves me correctly, 23 plus 17 is 40. So 40 fouls. Oh, he caught a body on the floor. They give it right back to him, and a 3. Roque inside. Colombia takes the lead by 1 with 5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Roque down the lane, and a timeout taken by Chile. So Chile now trailing by 1 again. Very back and forth game. That is our 10th lead change of the game. So the biggest lead in this game for Colombia was 10. The biggest lead for Chile was 8. No team really pulling out too far ahead. But the 40 fouls in this game hasn't been the cleanest one of all time, I'll say that. But no major statistical differences in anything really here. Chile with 13 assists, 10 for Colombia. They're doing a better job of sharing the ball in the second half. Roque makes that big shot there and just gets it to fall. By the way, remember the game plan for Colombia was create turnovers, get steals, and lead in the points in the paint. Well, they've got 13 points off of turnovers, where Chile only has 3. And they lead in the fast break point department as well. They've got 10 in this game, but it's the Chile bench, like we talked about in pregame, as one of their keys to the game. 21 points from the bench compared to 11 for Colombia. So it's all about the Chilean depth, and for Colombia, it's really about Can we push the pace and make Chile try to catch up with us? Under 5 minutes left to play. An important game here in Valdivia. The winner moves to the top of Group A in the AmeriCup qualifiers as it would stand right now. 4.5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Roque up, flipping, no. Ibargüen will give them a second opportunity. Now a baseline take and a strong finish from Wright. Colombia extends their lead to 3. To tie it up, boom! Sebastian Herrera from distance. And a 20 ball for the 27-year-old. Here's Tello on the other side. The give off, Telmanza missed it. Ibargüen tried to save it. Now if Chile pushes, they have numbers. Varela from the outside, now Herrera, and they'll slow it down. They're gonna play their game, not speed up to the pace of Colombia. We're tied at 67, a pass down low and the finish. Chile by 2. 2 points for Carrion, he's got 7 in total. Both teams in the bonus for the final 3 minutes. Roque up, Roque misses, but Roque goes to the line to shoot 2. Martinez picks up his 4th foul as he tried to roll with Roque there. And even though Roque only stands at 175 centimeters, he's done a great job of drawing contact in Herrera, the sniper from the outside, tied for the team lead in 3-point percentage so far in the AmeriCup qualifiers at 50%. He's feeling good. Colombia trailing by 2. Roque with an opportunity to tie here if he makes both. First one's good. Roque in his 6th year. Big shot hit there from the free throw line. This game is tied back up again. Ibargüen will check back out. Hansel Atencia, their main man, is back in. 69 all. Herrera from the outside. Morales to the right corner. Now he'll get it right back. Herrera, one dribble for the lead. Other direction. So now a timeout taken, as you saw there, by the head coach for Colombia, Tomas Diaz, in his first season, in his first tournament, in his first game as the official head coach of the Colombian men's basketball national team. If you take a look at those percentages for both of these squads, obviously Colombia shooting better from 2. Chile has really relied on their 3s in this game. Their 2s were not falling early and able to get them back here. Colombia, though, out-rebounding Chile by 5 so far in this tie game. 11 turnovers for Chile, 10 for Colombia, which actually, in the grand scheme of things, we're in the fourth quarter with 2:38 left to go. That's actually pretty low for team turnovers. It's just been a lot of rebounding, and then down the stretch, a lot of shots and a lot of fouls. 41 total fouls called in this game. 69 all. About 2.5 minutes to play in regulation. Let's see if Chile leans into some of their bench depth here. As this game winds down, let's see if Colombia can push the pace and make Chile try to keep up with them. From the outside, Choka, oh yeah! Colombia, 3-point lead. Herrera from the outside, getting it to Suarez. Suarez trapped in the right corner. A bullet over to the near side. Morales, a three off the front iron, and a foul. Morales goes to the line. Roque hit him. That's his fourth. And look at this. Suarez able to get out of the trap. Morales fouled on his three. So that'll be 3 shots and a chance to tie this game back up. You got to make all of them, though. Morales misses the first one. Up until that point, Morales was shooting 100% from the free throw line in the AmeriCup qualifiers. He's got 2 more to go. A chance to still pull this game within 1 point. Makes the second. And that is his first point of the game. First 2 points of the game. Chile trailing by 1. Atencia to the left wing. Gets the screen from Troca. Atencia on the right side. Tello goes up, finds a spot, misses. Rebound inside Troca. He gets it out. Slashing to the bucket is right. And he really wanted that one to fall again. Hasn't really been able to convert every time he's fouled. Still looking for that and one opportunity. But knows when he needs to just put his shoulder down and get to the cup, regardless of whether it goes in or not. Michael Wright, the 37-year-old from the line for a chance to make 2. Hits the first one. And now makes the pair. 3-point lead again for Colombia. Wright having his clearly the best game of the AmeriCup qualifiers. That one just through the hands of Carrion. It's taken away by Colombia. So they're going to burn the clock here with 1:05 left to go. Roque from the outside's got some space. A pump fake, gets it down low. And that shot flipped up, and the foul call for Troca. So he'll go to the line and shoot 2, a chance to make this a 2-possession game. So we have just under a minute to play. Morales picks up his 4th foul. here in the fourth quarter with 57.2 seconds left. Chile is going to call a timeout. Colombia with an opportunity to push this lead out to a two-possession game. Both teams obviously in the bonus, and they've been in the bonus for a few minutes now in the fourth quarter. As we take a look at some of the stats, and that's one thing we've been talking about, a lot of fouls in this game. It's been quite physical. Both teams sort of trying to bang out with each other down low. Total fouls in this game is at 44 right now. And you see the points off of the turnovers, right? Colombia has really been able to capitalize into double figures in points off of those turnovers. And that's the one thing we were talking about at the beginning of the game. They need those points off of turnovers in those fast break scenarios. First, you got to create the turnovers, and then you got to score points. 13 points for them compared to Chile's 5. Seems like it almost was kind of hard for Chile to get in a rhythm a little bit in some of these quarters with some of the fouls. But the same can be said about Colombia. It's just who's capitalizing at the end here. And the missed shot. So Troca misses the free throw. He hasn't played for the national team since the 2022 FIBA AmeriCup, where he averaged 7 points per game. And he puts the second one in. Up top, here's Herrera with 47 seconds left. I mean, if you went quickly there, you could have gotten maybe a 2 for 1. That one poked away. Inside, Roque to Tello, who puts that one home. That might put the game out of reach. Now it's surely a two-possession game, as Colombia leads by 6 with 36 seconds left to go. Chile with the costly turnover up top there by Varela, and a great job by Roque getting up in a incredible steal. That is the 7th steal of the game for Colombia. That was Roque's first steal of the game as well. And it couldn't have come at a better time for the 26-year-old playing his 6th season here for Colombia, the national team. He started with them in 2019. Since then, outside of the national team, he's played in Brazil, Colombia, Mexico, Switzerland, Uruguay, and Venezuela. Obviously plays for the Caballeros de Culiacan in Mexico. Previously played at the Caribbean Storm Islands in the Colombian Liga. Here comes the inbounds from Morales. Chile could have gotten a 2 for 1 there again, but then a foul on the floor will lead to some shots for Chile. So there's Herrera, a little bit slow to get up. Draws the foul. That is his first personal of, or excuse me, that's Wright's 4th team foul. Herrera, though, slow to get up. He's played 32.12 minutes in this game. And now he goes to the line and will shoot 2. Interestingly enough, these are his first free throws of the game, and he misses that one off the front iron. Late game free throws. Every coach will tell you, this is why you practice free throws, is for these moments. And you see this in leagues all over the world. You make these high intense pressure situations and free throws in practice, so that way when it comes to game time, You never know. So Atencia draws the foul. It'll be on Ignacio Varela. Again, 2 free throws awarded for Colombia. Obviously, each team is going to still try to score. You got to run up the score here. In Group A, as everyone is tied at 1-1 right now. Obviously, that's just about to change. We got 29.2 seconds left in regulation as Atencia splits the free throws. From the near side, Morales into Carrion, slashing and dashing for the 2. 22 seconds left to go. And Chile now cuts the lead to 4. 78-74 is our score. And now with 22 seconds left, Chile is going to need a stop and then a score on the other side if they want a chance to tie this game up, maybe to push it to overtime. Both teams at 1-1 in their group. Colombia right now on the bottom of Group A at -16 in their plus-minus category, based on their points scored and points against. Chile in 3rd of their group at -10. Venezuela and Argentina on top respectively at 1 and 2. Venezuela at +16, Argentina at +10 right now. When either of these teams inevitably wins, Chile or Colombia, they will, for the moment, be on top of Group A until that next game starts. 22:15 local time, Argentina versus Venezuela. Catch that action on courtside 1891. But no teams can qualify or be eliminated in this window in Group A. But still, every game matters. You win a pair of games here in window number 2, then you go into window number 3, and all you got to do, based on how things shake out, maybe you only got to win 2 more games out of the remaining window. Up top, here's Roque playing keep away. Now Atencia goes right and is fouled with 12.2 left. And he's favoring that left leg a little bit the second he went to the ground in a 4-point game. And it looks like that foul will be on Suarez, who is now fouled out of this game. Suarez, the second leading scorer, had a double-double in the game. Checks out with 13 points and 11 rebounds. So now Chile is going to have to make a decision, because obviously we said earlier in the first half, their starting center, Nicolas Carvacho, is out. Obviously Carvacho and Suarez both start, but sometimes one plays the 5, sometimes the other plays the 5. Sometimes they both end up playing the 5, just depending on who gets down the floor first. Now they're without both of them. Both 208-centimeter centers are out. Final seconds. Morales comes to a stop. 3 by Herrera. Roque will let time expire. Colombia gets a huge win here in Chilean territory, as they're going to walk away from this one with a big victory. They win this one by 6. And for the time being are going to move to the top of the rankings in Group A. So now they're at 2 wins and 1 loss. Chile, on the other hand, is going to go to the bottom, and they'll now be at 1 and 2. Check out the final statistics from this game. The 2-pointers actually for Chile went up. They were in the 20% at one point, then ended up in the 40s. Great job sharing the ball by Chile, but that final steal by Roque for the 7th one of the game really sealed the deal in that one. And then you check out our leading scorers in the game. 3 in double figures for Colombia, 2 for Chile. Herrera had an excellent game, 21 points, went 6 of 12, 50% from beyond the arc in that game. And we're going to check out our 4th quarter best plays. It was pretty much a back and forth battle. We had 12 lead changes in this game, which is pretty incredible. Atencia was in there and also had a fantastic game as well. Did actually get into some foul trouble though in the 4th quarter, so had to sit with those 4 personals. There you go, Herrera dropping one in. Suarez also had one hell of a game as well. Suarez finished with 13 points, did eventually foul out in that 4th quarter with just seconds left to go. But the real champion for Colombia was Michael Wright. They did not seem to have an answer for the forward. Wright finishes with 25 points, 6 of 7 from the field, and just knew how to get to the free throw line. Shot 13 free throws, made 10 of them. And hey, if you go 76% like that from the free throw line in a game, you're going to end up with 25 points, also with 5 rebounds as well. His plus minus, ladies and gentlemen, was plus 26 in this game with a 28 efficiency. He did it all for his team when they needed him. Also had 2 of those 7 steals for his squad. Chile really fought and battled in front of their home crowd, but it's going to go down as a loss. So Chile now 1 and 2 in Group A, and Colombia now 2 and 1 and on top of Group A. So Colombia is going to travel to Mar del Plata, Argentina, to play Argentina on Monday, 22:15 local time. And up next for Chile, it's another home matchup versus Venezuela at 2000 local time Monday. So that will do it for us, for everyone here at FIBA. So long from Coliseo Antonio Azurmendi in Chile, where Colombia wins 80-74. To watch this entire game on replay as well as other games in the Continental Cup qualifiers, check out Courtside 1891. There are your final rankings for Group A. Good night from Valdivia.